Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the worst tragedy that I've ever known to have happened in this world, and that is 9/11. I feel like it's wrong for me to say this, but 9/11 has always interested me. It's just something that it's something that will, like, even after, what is it, 23 years, it will never ever like get easier to think about. I feel like there's a lot of things, a lot of very tragic things that have happened in my life that doesn't even come close to that, obviously, but you know, some sad things for me that has gotten better with time. 9/11 is just still so insane. It still doesn't even feel real, to be honest. And it doesn't matter how much time passes, that is not getting easier for people. So today we're going to look back on this and we're going to see a video called 9/11 2001 as it happened. This could be this will be very, very sad, but it is still something that I want to always look into. I mean, there was this like phase where I was just seeing 9/11 footage, like new 9/11 footage just keep popping up, and I was just going down this rabbit hole for a while. And it's shocking. And I was seeing even just some videos where you can see people in the buildings as it's all happening, just like waving, trying to somehow get help. But that's the heartbreaking thing. The firefighters and all try their best, but this is astronomical. This, like, so many people were just absolutely helpless, and they just went to work that day. And okay, this is deep. This is very deep. I wasn't even born actually when this happened, so everything that I know about 9/11, I just looked back on it. I was born actually in September of 2001, a little bit after 9/11. But I've read up on a lot of people's stories of where they were that day, and I want you to let me know in the comments down below as well. Where were you on this day, and what were you thinking? What went through your mind? Some of you may have had a more personal experience with this than others, but you could be anywhere in the world and you would still remember what you were thinking and like how you reacted to this. I've just heard a lot of people saying how they were in high school and then their teachers, you know, put it on the TV and they just couldn't believe it. Like, the world would have stood still. I wasn't here for it, but you just know the world would have stood still. So yeah, we're gonna watch this and have a deep dive into 9/11, and again, let me know your experiences in the comments, because I would love to do. I know you don't have to say anything if you don't want to, but if you want to share your experience, I would love to discuss it with you, because yeah, it's the biggest tragedy ever, and you know, it definitely could help by just, you know, talking about what you went through and how you were feeling even after all these years. I know I'm kind of sounding like it just happened, but it doesn't. It's so insane that it doesn't matter how much time passes. It's not something. And that's the thing. I always see like people joking about 9/11, making memes and stuff, and it's like, I just don't know how people could be so heartless. Like, okay, let's just go. The following program was made from news footage and amateur video broadcast or recorded on September 11, 2001. We will get some real scenes of what happened that day. I've seen a lot of footage by now, but when I always look back at any footage, it's just, yeah, like that right there is maybe the most iconic piece of footage, and it just doesn't seem like it's real. How has that happened?
Hey, Beth. What is that? Somebody hit the World Trade Center.
And yet people would have been so confused. They would have been like, what has happened?
I just heard a loud boom.
I saw it actually.
You did? Was it a plane?
How do you even react to that?
That's
It's
what I
just
was
pure
thinking, it was a
shock.
terrorist attack.
Immediately, there's speculation or cause for concern. This is the World Trade Center that was the center of a terrorist bombing some years ago. So the questions have to be asked, was this purely an accident or could this have been an intentional act? But either way, extensive damage.
Did you say there was bombings a few years before this?
This is the World Trade Center that was the center of a terrorist bombing some years ago. So the questions have to be asked, was this
I don't know about that.
purely an accident or could this have been an intentional act?
There was a bombing there as
But
well
either way,
before
extensive
9/11.
damage.
What? 9:03 a.m.
What's this other jet doing? What's this other jet doing?
Oh man. Why am I watching this actually?
Oh my god.
Because it also just angers me that this happened. You know what else I just can't believe as well? I cannot believe that there are people out there that were literally like they were willing to hijack a plane and end their own life as well as take the lives of others. Like that was in a way like their sick like fulfillment from life. Like they would have been more than happy to die, but die knowing that they were taking the lives of all these innocent people. Like there are people out there that did this, and it's like, why and how are there people among us that are the same, same species as us, same breed, like that think like that?
Another plane has just hit. It hit another building.
And
right into the middle of
not
it.
to mention as well, imagine how scared the people on the plane were, or on one of the planes, because there was multiple planes.
Stay on page 153.
And this right here, I mean, this got made into a meme, which I guess is very insensitive. But this is also very, very, like that's the president there getting told of what's going on, and the way his face drops.
Mom, another plane just crashed into the World Trade Center. Another plane hit it. A jumbo jet. I'm so scared. I'm leaving. Don't, Megan. You can't.
I know I wasn't even born, but this is
Megan.
This is still just infuriating to watch.
We do have some videotape of the second plane, and you can see it there.
Where? I didn't see it. Oh, whoa.
Oh, my God.
We're under attack.
And from our vantage point, clearly difficult to tell.
We're under attack.
What type of plane that is, but it's a horrific
That's so scary,
scene.
and they would have been expecting more. They would have been like, what are they going to hit next? The amount of fear that everyone would have had is just something no one should ever have to go through.
Today we've had a national tragedy. 2 airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center in an apparent terrorist attack on our country.
Imagine this moment right here, watching him on TV saying that. All in the early hours of the morning. And then, what's that, the Pentagon? Got hit as well?
David, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we're looking at live pictures of the
Did anyone
Pentagon
die from
where
this?
There is billowing smoke.
Because this kind of gets overshadowed,
that he heard
The Twin Towers was
and
obviously
right now we're looking at an aerial view
just
of the Pentagon.
insane. Well, I did hit the Pentagon as well.
All of the airports across the country have been shut down. All flights have been canceled.
I heard there were people that were meant to get on these flights as well, that didn't.
And then we'll reignite
Imagine that feeling.
What's going on after that?
If you were meant to be on one of them planes,
as they call that, is high.
Yeah.
2 and 2, 1. This is as close as we can get to the base of the World Trade Center. You can see the firemen assembled here, the police officers, FBI agents, and you can see
FBI out here as well.
A huge explosion now.
Oh my God! Holy shit! I never saw that. Oh my God! They really caught The tower collapsing like that. Yeah, and then it's just sheer panic. Everyone, look, that's like from a movie. How is that real? This is something that should never happen in our world.
I hope I live. I hope I live. It's coming down on me. Here it comes.
I hope I live.
I'm getting behind the car.
Oh, he was right in the thick of it as well. Yeah, and not to mention the amount of people that would have had health issues, even if it's later on in life, from these fumes. That's amazing though, him letting people in the shop, yeah. And imagine just seeing pure black out the window now. It's like 9 AM. Oh my god, man. There can't be anything more terrifying than this. You just wouldn't even be present in your own mind, like. I don't know how.
I'll tell you that I can't see that second tower,
like,
but there was a cascade of
I don't know how people would have reacted
and
there.
Now it looks almost like a mushroom cloud explosion. This huge.
Oh yeah, it got to be so big as well.
This was the second of the two towers hit.
Now this is what it looked like.
I hate seeing a collapse like that, man. Like all them people that were still in there. God. Fuck me. Oh.
The remains of a airplane crash over on Lambertsville Road, and probably had a terrorist bomb on board that blew up.
I can't stop thinking about the people that had to go through this.
I just saw the smoke.
And this has, you know, kept me up at night before thinking about them poor people.
Over here, and we are.
It's just such a such a surreal situation. I can't believe this actually happened. Like this happened.
There is a large fire
Look
at the Pentagon. The Pentagon.
People were in there as this happened.
And there's, you can see, perhaps the second tower, the front tower, the top portion of which is collapsing. Good Lord. There are no words. We have a report that a 747 is down in Pennsylvania, and that remains unconfirmed at this point, and so we will check on that.
Oh, I hate this eerie music as well. Oh my god. At 30 p.m. now.
Good evening.
Towards the aftermath.
Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and deadly terrorist acts. Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror. These acts of mass murder were intended to frighten our nation into chaos and retreat. But they have failed.
I just feel so bad, like.
Our country is strong. A great people has been moved to defend a great nation. The search is underway for those who are behind these evil acts.
And it's like, the family members have just thought that whoever was in there was just going to work. And they would have been seeing all this unfold thinking, holy fuck, I don't know if my, you know, husband, wife, whatever, is dead or alive. You know what? I'm never complaining about anything in life ever again. I swear to God.
I've directed the full resources of our intelligence and law enforcement communities to find those responsible and to bring them to justice. We will make no distinction between the terrorists who committed these acts and those who harbored them.
They did bring him down eventually, I think in 2011. A decade later though. When did they find out who did it? Right, so September 14th. What's going on here? Why are we cheering?
The rest of the world hears you, and the people who
This is
knock these buildings down
their message.
will hear all of us soon.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. I was wondering why they were like cheering there, but that was the message from George Bush. That, you know, war was on. Again, though, I don't know, and I would be interested to know how they actually went about finding the person behind this. I don't even want to say the name, like, I'm just going to say, the people behind this. Yeah, I don't know how they went about doing that, but they did bring them down eventually, right? So, they got the revenge, but still doesn't undo what happened. And that is it for that video there, just showcasing the events as they unfolded. Yeah, just seeing them clips of the towers crumbling down and the planes hitting them, it does not seem real, man. It just seems like a movie. It's so shocking. But it did happen, and a lot of people had to go through the worst thing that anyone could go through. So, rest in peace to all them people, and even after all these years, it's just, for anyone who was affected by this, that's never getting easier. So yeah, again, I want to just hear what you all have to say about this, you know, leave your comments, and I'll read them all, respond to them all, and we can talk about this, because I feel like it's something that a lot of people still need to talk about, you know. But that's it for now. I'm sure the next video will be something a little more happy, but this was still a very important video for me to make and to cover. 9/11. Yeah. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.